Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Uttarakhand, chapter number 11. The Rakshasas are back in Lanka. The recitation begins now. Learning that these night rangers had obtained boons, Sumali with his followers, casting off fear, rose up from the nether regions, and wrought up with exceeding great wrath. The counsellors of that Rakshasa, Maricha and Prahasta and Virupaksha and Mahodar, also rose up, and accompanied by his counsellors, the foremost of Rakshasas, Sumali, presenting himself before the Dashagriva and embracing him, addressed him, saying, "By good fortune it is, O child, that through thee we have had the wish that was in our heart, inasmuch as thou hast received the best boons from him that is the foremost in all these three worlds. O mighty armed one, the great fear arising from Vishnu, from which, leaving Lanka, we had gone to the nethermost abyss, hath been now removed. Full many a time brought down by that fear, we, on being pursued by our enemies, forsaking our homes, had gone to the nether regions, along with those related to us. This Lanka was our city, inhabited by the Rakshasas. Now it is inhabited by thy brother, the intelligent lord of riches. O mighty armed one, if thou canst through self-control or charity or by sudden display of prowess repossess thyself of the same, a great thing shall be achieved. And then, O child, you shouldst, without doubt, be the lord of Lanka, and this Rakshasa race which hath sunk shall have been risen up by thee. And, O thou endowed with prodigious strength, thou shalt be the lord of all." Then Dashagriva addressed his maternal grandfather who was present, saying, "The Lord of riches is our superior, therefore thou ought not to speak thus." On that dignified Rakshasa chief, having through moderation thus passed it by, the Rakshasa, understanding his intent, did not say anything more. And it came to pass that when Ravana had resided there for a time, Prahasta addressed him in a humble speech. "O Dashagriva, O long-armed hero, it doth not behoove thee to speak thus. Fraternal feeling there is none among heroes. Listen to these words of mine. There were two sisters, Aditi and Diti, and mutually attached to each other. Those damsels, endowed with surpassing beauty, became the wives of that lord of creatures, Kashyapa. And Aditi brought forth the gods, who are the lords of the three worlds. And Diti gave birth to the Daityas, the offspring of Kashyapa. O thou cognizant of righteousness, formerly this earth, O hero, having the ocean for her garment and furnished with mountains, belonged to the Daityas, and gradually they grew very powerful. And then this undeteriorating three worlds was brought under the dominion of the celestials. So that thou art not the only one that would act inimically to thy brother. But this course had formerly been pursued by both the celestials and the asuras. Therefore, do thou act in conformity with my word." Thus exhorted, Dashagriva, with a delighted heart, reflected for a moment and said, "Very well." And wrought up with delight, the ten-necked one, endowed with prowess, the very same day went to the forest, accompanied by the night rangers. And arriving at Trikuta, that one skilled in speech, the night ranger Ravana sent Prahasta in the capacity of an ambassador. "O Prahasta, go forward and tell the foremost of the Nairitas, the lord of riches, in my words informed with mildness. This city of Lanka, O king, belongs to the high-souled Rakshasas, but thou hast established thyself in her. This, O sinless one, is not proper for thee. Therefore, O thou of unrivaled prowess, if thou shouldst render the same back, I shall be highly gratified. And righteousness also thou wilt maintain." Thereupon, repairing to Lanka, well protected by the giver of riches, Prahasta communicated these words unto the highly generous ruler of riches. "O thou of excellent vows, I have been sent to thee by thy brother Dashagriva. O long-armed one, O foremost of those versed in all branches of learning, do thou listen to my words, O lord of wealth, and what the ten-faced one says. This beautiful city, O thou furnished with expansive eyes, was formerly inhabited by Rakshasas of dreadful prowess, headed by Sumali. And for that reason, O son of Vaishrava, he asks thee this. Do thou, my child, grant this unto him who is humbly begging for it. Hearing these words from Prahasta, the god Vaishravana, best of those skilled in speech, answered the former, saying, my father had given this unto me when it had been emptied of night rangers, and, O Rakshasa, I have inhabited this place furnished with charity, honor, and other virtues. Please go and tell Dashagriva, as this city and this kingdom are mine, so they are thine, O mighty armed one. Do thou enjoy this kingdom without a foe. May my kingdom and wealth never undergo division when thou art present. Having said this, the Lord of Riches sought the side of his sire, and paying him reverence, he communicated Ravana's wish unto him. My father, Dashagriva, had sent a messenger to me, saying, give me back the city of Lanka, which had before been inhabited by the hosts of Rakshasas. Now, O thou of excellent vows, do thou tell me what I should do. Thus accosted, that foremost of ascetics, the Brahma Rishi Vaishrava, spoke unto the Lord of Riches, standing with joined hands. My dear son, listen to my words. The mighty armed Dashagriva had once spoken in my presence to that effect. Thereat I greatly rebuked that wicked-minded one, and I said again and again in anger, thou disregardest thy religion and honor. Do thou listen to my words fraught with religion and profit. Of a wicked heart, thou, with thy understanding, spoilt in consequence of the granting of the boon, canst not distinguish between those deserving honor and those not. Further, through my curse, thou hast come by a fierce nature. Therefore, O mighty armed one, go to the mountain Kailasha. Do thou, along with thy retainers, for the purpose of dwelling there, take up thy quarters there. There floweth the Mandakini, the best of streams, with her water covered with golden lotuses resembling suns, as also with lilies and blue lotuses and various other fragrant flowers. And coming there frequently, celestials with Gandharvas and Apsaras and serpents and Kinnaras ever sport there. O Lord of Riches, thou ought not to enter into hostilities with that Rakshasa. Thou knowest how he hath obtained a great boon. Thus addressed, Vaishravana, for the sake of his father's dignity, with his wives and sons, with his counselors and his vehicles and wealth, went to Kailasa. And Prahasta, going back, joyfully spoke unto the high-souled, ten-necked one, seated with his counselors and his younger brothers. The city of Lanka is now empty. Renouncing her, the bestower of riches has gone far out of her. Now entering into her along with us, do thou there maintain thy own religion. Thus addressed by Prahasta, the redoubtable ten-necked one entered the city of Lanka with his brothers and forces and followers. And then, even as a lord of the celestials ascends heaven, that foe of the immortals ascended Lanka, well divided by highways, which had been forsaken by the Lord of wealth. And having been installed, that night ranger Dashagriva dwelt in that city, and that city teemed with night rangers resembling dark clouds. And the Lord of Riches, for the sake of his father's dignity, dwelt in a palace situated on the hill, bright as the moonlight, graced with ornamented superb piles, even as Purandara dwells in Amaravati. Mangalam Koshilendraya Mahaniya Gunavdiye Chakravarti Dhanurjaya Sarvabhaumaye Mangalam.